Initiatives and referendums. Hi, I'm Michaela Totten, and in this presentation, I am going to explain what initiatives and referendums are in regards to the Arizona Constitution. What is an initiative and a referendum? Both initiative and referendum are ways to amend the Arizona Constitution. An initiative is an entirely done process by the people. Initiatives can be constitutional or statutory. Both are proposed amendments. The difference is what subject they pertain to. Constitutional initiatives is the voting process regarding a constitutional change. In contrast, statutory initiatives are in regards to new statutes. A referendum is a proposal from legislature that is then approved or rejected by the people's vote. Referendums can also be either constitutional or statutory. In addition to constitutional and statutory, there is a statutory referendum that can be led by voter petitions. Once the amendment is approved, it is placed on the ballot and voted on by the people. How are they created? Whether an initiative is statutory or constitutional, the process is the same. The first step is to file a petition. Any registered voter in Arizona can fill out a form from the Secretary of State's office. There are no governmental involvements in this process. The initiative then goes through the process of being circulated to collect supportive signatures. Within 20 months, 15% of voter signatures are needed to move on. 10% of signatures are needed if the initiative is statutory. Once the Secretary of State validates enough signatures, the proposed amendment is then placed on the ballot for the people to vote yes or no. If the amendment is voted in favor of, then it becomes part of the Constitution. How are they created? Referendum. Referendums come from legislature. The House and the Senate independently approve the amendment proposals. Once the majority vote in the legislature is received, the proposition is placed on the ballot of the next general election. The governor cannot veto any voter-approved amendments. The statutory referendum is approved in legislature and then can be sent to either the governor or the people. If given to the governor, the traditional, quicker, and cheaper process is taken. If the proposed law is sent to the voters, it is placed on the ballot. If the people approve it, the law is enacted. If the people vote no, then the law is vetoed by the people and not enacted. The last of the referendum options is that done by citizen petition. If a law is passed in legislature and the governor, the people have the opportunity to interject and get rid of the bill. In order to accomplish this, a registered voter needs to collect 5% of signatures from people who voted for the governor in the most recent election. The period to collect these signatures is only 90 days, making the process extensively difficult. If enough signatures are collected, the law is withheld until the next election. In the next election, the bill is placed on the ballot for voters to accept or reject. Compare and contrast. Referendums are legislature-proposed amendments and laws. They can be sent to the governor or the people before being placed on the ballot. An initiative is citizen-created, written, and supported with signatures. They receive 10 to 15% of registered voter signatures. Both are voted on by the people in elections. They give the power to the people, and the governors cannot veto any of these laws or amendments that are accepted by the people. Pros and cons of initiatives and referendums. Pros. Propositions can be used by citizens to counteract agendas of special interest groups. For example, in 1994, when health advocates used initiatives to fight against tobacco industry efforts. Initiatives also give citizens an opportunity to compel the government to pay attention to their concerns. Minorities and unpopular groups can use direct democracy with initiatives and referendums to gain more say. For example, when women got the right to vote in 1912. Giving citizens a say in their laws helps encourage people to be involved. In defense to the argument that citizens cannot make sound laws, it is said that the average voter can understand and comprehend straightforward amendments like constitutional referendums and statutory initiatives. Using initiatives can ensure that citizens create laws that may not be passed by legislature because it directly affects them. For example, like term limits. Term limits affect legislatures directly, and they may not like term limits, so they would veto those ideas, but the people can enact them using initiatives. Some cons can be said that citizens lack expertise to make laws. The laws can be poorly written or misunderstood, creating miscommunications and legal challenges. Another con could be that citizens have no prior knowledge on the subject that they're making the referendum or initiative about. Another con is the vast amount of amendments that are on each ballot to be voted on. Popularity, wealth, and means to advertise can affect referendums and initiatives in a negative way. For example, large corporations can hire people to collect signatures, pay for advertisements, and exploit the process of the initiatives and referendums. Propositions can be viewed as unethical or discriminatory because they affect only a certain group of people. You may be asking what a direct democracy is and why that pertains to Arizona. Well, a direct democracy is a form of government. Democracy is derived from Greek, meaning rule by the people. Within a direct democracy, the people assemble, debate, vote, and make all governmental decisions rather than elected representatives. Arizona's constitution gives the power to the people. The power to the people is through initiatives and referendums using the idea of a direct democracy. This allows people to rule. The citizens have the power to write the laws, execute the process to get the laws on the ballot, and then vote yes or no on the ballots. The process of giving the power to the people to vote on the law through initiatives and referendums make Arizona a direct democracy. Thank you.